The most common way to display categorical data is using a bar chart. However, the interpretation of our bar chart can be made even easier if we use something called the Pareto option. I'm going to show you how to create a Pareto bar chart using Microsoft Excel. For this example, we are still using the dog toys dataset that you can find on the first tab of the Describing Data Week 3 Excel spreadsheet that I created for you. It's available in class or the link in this video. Let's take a look at our data and what we've already done with our bar chart. So here on tab 1, we can see the full data set. We have been using the favorite toys column as we have created our bar chart. Now, the way that we could improve the interpretation would be to arrange these bars so that we have the tallest bar first, followed by the second tallest, the third, the fourth, and the fifth. And to illustrate how I am going to do this, I'm going to take you to this next tab called Pareto. Now, this data set is the Shakespeare data set. Have you ever wondered what is the bloodiest play among Shakespeare's collected works? In what play do the most people die? Well, I have collected the names of the top plays and how many people die in each one. If you're familiar with Shakespeare, you might take a guess at which one you think it's going to be. I was surprised. In fact, I guessed wrong. Well, let's find out. And along the way, we're going to learn how to create a Pareto chart. To make this work, there is something that we must do with our data before we begin. As we look at the data, we have a column for the name of the play, and then we have a column for the number of deaths that occurred. In order for the Pareto chart to work as it should, we are going to need to sort these data points by the number of deaths. You can click on any of these data points. I'll just click on 5, which is Julius Caesar. And now we are going to go to Data, Sort, and we're going to sort based on deaths, and we want to sort from largest to smallest. Now click OK. You'll see the advantage of this as we move through our Pareto options. And next, we are going to create a bar chart, the same way that we did in our first example. I'm going to start by grabbing all of the data points that I want to appear in my bar chart, and in the ribbon, I'll click on the Insert tab. The Recommended Charts gives me this option right here, which is the clustered column. Only because I have arranged the data in descending order, I get this beautiful Pareto chart. Now, there is some editing that I could do to make this a little better APA style chart. Move it right over here. Previously, I deleted the chart title, but I could do this. Grab Deaths in Shakespeare. I can format using the Format Data Series, change the fill to a medium gray, change that border to black. I can also change the gap width, bring that down a little bit more. I think I used 15% last time. Yeah, that'll be good enough. And I also want to edit this y-axis, double click, and under my chart options, the maximum is going to be 14. And there we go. That is a nicely formatted Pareto chart. And it's going to help us to answer the question very easily. What is the bloodiest Shakespearean play? I guessed King Lear because everybody dies in King Lear. It's just awful. And there's the Gloucester and it's a brutal play. But it is not the play in which the most people die. But to answer this, all I need to do is look at my Pareto chart and look at the bar that is to the extreme left in this chart. I can see that the bloodiest play is Titus Andronicus with 14 deaths, followed by King Lear with only 10 deaths. And right on down the line, I was a little surprised by Romeo and Juliet. There's 6 deaths. Of course, you know that the star-crossed lovers are going to die. Spoiler alert. But there were some other deaths that I had forgotten about as I was doing my inventory. Right on down to A Winter's Tale or Timon of Athens. And that is how you create a Pareto chart in Microsoft Excel.